Hello everyone. Imagine living in a world where people died because of the simple streptococcal and staphylococcal infections. That would be a pretty brutal world, right? Well, we were living in that world in 20th century unless antibiotics were discovered. Antibiotics are the medicines that inhibits the growth or destroys microorganisms. Well, it can inhibit the growth in three ways. If we talk about bacteria specifically, either it can inhibit the nucleic acid synthesis, protein synthesis, or cell wall inhibition. All these inhibitions are leading towards the specific kind of antibiotics that we're going to discuss in the further lectures. But today, we will be specifically talking about nucleic acid synthesis inhibitors. If you look what is going on within this bacterium and what's going on in the nucleic acid synthesis, then we'll know that para-aminobenzoic acid with the combination of pteridine leads to the formation of purine and pyrimidine. And how does that happen? Well, both of these combinations are converted into dihydroteroic acid with the presence of the enzyme known as dihydroteroate synthetase. After that, it's going to be converted into dihydrofolic acid. And from dihydrofolic acid, it will be converted into tetrahydrofolic acid with the aid of dihydrofolate reductase enzyme. So, what is the fate of this tetrahydrofolic acid? It is then converted into purine and pyrimidine. And from that, a relaxed DNA is formed. And further, the action of DNA gyrase is going to convert it into a supercoiled DNA. So this is just a brief process to which nucleic acid synthesis takes place in a bacterium. Now, there are certain places where our antibiotics are going to act, specifically antibacterials are going to act and inhibit all these syntheses. They're specifically going to act on the enzymes, for example, dihydroteroate synthetase, dihydrofolate reductase, and DNA gyrase. Other than that, there is also a place where supercoiled DNA is reversed. So let's talk about how these inhibitors are going to act. Well, dihydroteroate synthetase inhibitors are sulfonamides that are basically known as sulfa drugs, and dihydrofolate reductase contains inhibition through trimethoprim. DNA gyrase inhibition takes place from quinolones or fluoroquinolones, as you must have heard. And supercoiled DNA can be reversed by Nitroimidazoles. If you look into the classification, sulfonamides contain sulfadiazine, sulfamethoxazole, sulfadoxin, sulfadiazine, sulfadimidine, sulfonilamide, and cotrimoxazole. Trimethoprim contains cotrimoxazole and trimethoprim, obviously. And I have written cotrimoxazole 2 times in both of the syntheses, so we'll be discussing that in further details. DNA gyrase is inhibited by quinolones that contain naldixic acid, norfloxacin, ciprofloxacin, levofloxacin, moxifloxacin, and ofloxacin, where nitroimidazoles contain metronidazole, tinidazole, omidazole, and dimetriazole. But we're going to discuss metronidazole and tinidazole as they're used very frequently. So, stick around for the next section in which we're going to discuss sulfonamides in details.